Hello, everyone. I am about 5 minutes early going live, but that's all right because it'll take people a little while to come in, which is fine. In the meantime, I'm going to just kind of finish doodling these three flowers since I'm probably here mostly by myself for the next few minutes. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do today and talk about some things I had in my head this morning. I got up with 500 million ideas in my head, and that is not a good thing because it makes me not be able to get things accomplished. I don't know about you, but I get up and I write them down, but that doesn't mean, hi, whoever's here, that doesn't mean I get things done. I did write most everything I was thinking about down, hopefully. Now I just have to go back and read it, see if it makes any sense. um, anyways, I also want to remind everybody that next Sunday I won't be here because I will be off camping. We're just going for a few days. It's not a big long trip, Barbara. If you're here, hi, Joyce. If Barbara's here, I'm not leaving forever and ever. I'm only going to be gone for a few days. Everything going okay, Joyce? Or as okay as it can be? I know sometimes that's all you can hope for. And somehow or another, I boo-booed on this one, and I'm not going to fuss with it. I'll just cut out the little one. I need the little ones anyways, so. I should have gotten this done earlier in the week while I was doing my bead show. I did do a bunch of fussy cutting because I was hoping to maybe today um, play in my itty bitty glue books. My sister, Alaska Lisa, asked me last week what a difference between a glue. Hi, Julie. What's the difference between a glue book and a junk journal was, and so I got them out. But I haven't worked in a glue book in a while, so I was thinking maybe it would be a good idea to just kind of work in one and see how it went. So I'm glad, Joyce. Hi, Julie, and whoever else is here. Um, Texas Lisa won't be here. Well, she said she would try to catch part of it, but she has company. Hannah and her husband are there to visit, and they were having lunch with Lisa's mom and stepdad. So, and that's way more important than playing with us. That is just the way it is. I would be with her too if it was me. So, anyways, I thought we would finish these. Of course, I have to make a little journal page. I want to talk to you about what I'm thinking about doing with this journal. I'm really actually kind of excited now that I figured out what I want to do. You know, when you sit down to do a project that somebody else halfway designed, and then you know, it was designed as a picture that you hung on the wall. And guys, I have very little hung on my walls. For one, things are really hard to hang on plaster walls. Okay, now then, I can't see. Hi, Mindy. Oh, that's so nice for her to get a Z guitar from. A visit, not a guitar. Okay. I was trying to figure out what that was. And what I had said that made you think she got a guitar. Okay. Hi, Mindy. All right. Come on now. I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to switch glasses already. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess it's going to be like that today. Some days, guys, I can't see very well. And I will probably have to go get some eye drops before I can do much else. Let's see. Yep. And it doesn't help that we've had a tremendous amount of dry weather. For the rainiest, hi, Alaska Lisa. Would not be happy if my sons moved out, but I would love to see them married. Hi, Barbara. Stupid auto. I hate autocorrect. Autocorrect and I do not get along. First off, I can't spell, so it always wants to autocorrect the wrong words. Stuff like that. Barbara, I mentioned you earlier. I won't be here next Sunday, but I'm not leaving on a long trip. I'm only going to be gone for a few days. Just a little bit. I scribbled on that one, so I'm making it smaller, which is fine because I need some smaller ones. And I'll show you why as soon as I finish this. I love it when my ink pens work right. Okay, there's that. Now then, do I have eye drops over here? No, of course not. Okay, I have to go to my other desk. I'll be right back. Mindy, maybe you and I should stream next Sunday. I've never done it myself. I've partnered with other streamers. Barbara, Lisa what is this art called that you're doing? Joyce, I am doodling. I'm doodling, and I'll show you in just a minute. I'll show you what I've done with, where's the covers? Oh, there they are. Here, I'll leave that there. I have to go get some eye drops from the other desk, so I'll be right back. Hi, Sharon. Happy birthday, Sharon. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, no wonder I couldn't see that. Ones on top of my head are not the right ones either. Okay. Okay. Doodling shapes onto wonderful brayer paper, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, this was brayer paper, and I actually used one of the flowers in my design last week before, whenever I glued it down. On that was from this, but a lot of these are from this little pile of stuff that I made when I was taking my workshop in Fayetteville that Shannon Green put together. So the original project was an 8x8 wooden frame. And I don't really do frames, so you know, it was one of those things that to me would have been kind of a waste. So I did this on canvas boards, and I did a front cover and a back cover, and I had something I really want to show you today because Andrea sent me an email. Let me back out a little bit here. Andrea sent me an email because I was having trouble because I had laid out my design and there were so many pieces that I didn't want to reposition exactly right. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Anytime you audition something, as Lisa would say, it can change. But one of the things I realized is that I want to do some pockets and tabs, and I originally was thinking I'd just put white paper in here, but I think I'm going to actually decorate the pages in this journal with similar ideas. So I need a bunch more smaller pieces, but I also need some pockets and some, you know, other things to go in here. So I want to show you what that idea is. Oh, here's another piece of this, Joyce. This one kind of got added to in a way that decided it was going to stay just like this. I wasn't going to cut it up. Everybody decided it was just fun the way it was. So I decided to leave it, and I am going to turn it into a journal cover as well. So I'm going to need a bunch more pieces. I mean, I have a fair number of pieces, but I'm going to need a bunch more. Just going to. But for the moment, I'm going to show you, I'm going to make a pocket. And I got out some cardstock. That's what I thought. So I just cut this roughly in half. The larger flowers would make wonderful pockets and tucks. Yes. Hi, Teresa. That's the thing. I think that I can put some of these bigger ones on here as a design with some of the smaller ones. And because what I want to do is I want to make the pocket shaped. I'm going to shape the pocket like this thing, like however it is. I'm not necessarily going to cover this whole thing, but I need a leaf or two. I hope I said hello to everybody. Okay. do I have? And I have this giant leaf. Oh, there's some more small leaves. Mm-hmm. This isn't quite making me happy. That's, you know, how it goes sometimes. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay. I think that's what it's going to look like. You never finished your sentence about Andrea's email. I'm still breathless with anticipation. That is because I am going to show you what she told me about. Sorry about that, Barbara. Okay. And I guess she's just tried to tell us before, but I didn't understand it. When she emailed me, yeah, I had to back out. Sorry about that. When she emailed me, I totally understand what she was talking about. Where'd it go? Okay, it's right here. And I actually went to the store yesterday to get this because I hadn't been to the store. Okay, now I don't buy this stuff for the kitchen because I don't like it. But I think it's going to be really cool to do what she suggested I do with it. But I have this. I also have, where'd it go? I have a sheet. This is just, you know, I send a lot of packages, so I have, this is the back sheet of a label. It's like release paper is what they call it, but it has sticky labels stuck to it. And I have it because I keep it when I send out the labels. But if you don't have this, you can use freezer paper. Just a minute. Let me get the piece of freezer paper off the floor. See, freezer paper has a shiny side too. Okay. And the reason I have this is because I don't see any reason why this piece of press and seal won't last more than one time. So that is why I have that. Because I think it will last multiple times. And I may be wrong. It might not. But we'll see. Also, okay, it's got a lot of, what do you call this? Static. Okay. See, if I put it on the release paper, it'll come back up. That's not very sticky. I may be wrong. Huh. Okay, yeah, and yes, Teresa's saying it's great for die cutting, but look what happened. I picked it up, and now I have the whole thing picked up just like I had it before. So now I can put my Mod Podge down, and I can just reposition this down here. It might get messy. So the press and seal may only last for one time. Isn't it cool, Barbara? Andrea said, you know, she sent me this information and is like, okay, how come I never thought of that before? And probably because this product isn't something I like in the kitchen, but I don't see, I mean, it's perfect. It's going to work really well to do what I want to do. Now, there are places in here when I lay it back down that this one's not You didn't really compute. Okay, see? We just have to have more than one brain cell when we read Andrea's emails. What'd you bring me? Oh, I don't want that, thank you. But you could turn the air conditioner down one notch. Thank you very, very much. Oh, wait a minute. Come back and give me one. I don't want to eat it all, but
Your fingers might get greasy too.
that's all right. I'll rip them off. Look what he brought me.
I can't tell.
You can't tell what it is? It's okra.
Fried okra.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you had any left. Press and seal to cover your watercolor palette when I'm done if I'm outside painting and taking it home. That's a really good idea, Sharon. Sorry, he brought me a whole bowl full of fried okra. But anyways, there are places here where I'm going to have to lift things up a little bit and get my brush underneath there, but I'm pretty sure that I can work it out. My thought originally was that I could reuse the press and seal, but I don't think that's going to work. So you're not going to need anything sticky for it to put down to. At the same time, I didn't use this piece, but I'm not going to worry about it. Next time I'll just tear off a smaller piece. When I put the Mod Podge down, it's going to get too messy. It's going to be one of those things I have to throw away. Mod Podge. I don't have much room on my table because for some reason I've made a really big mess. Okay. So we're going to see how well I can do this, okay? First I'm putting out just a nice thin layer of Mod Podge. Now I'm going to figure out where I had it. Tilt it the way I want it. Get it down. Yeah, the press and seal gets messy, so there's not going to be a reusable thing with the press and seal, but that's all right. Uh-oh, I didn't do that carefully. Okay, so now I need to sneak up under here and put Mod Podge on those. Push that down. I think that one was okay. Get it under here. Need more Mod Podge. The problem is that if you glue them a little, then it's hard to get them lifted up to put the Mod Podge underneath there. Does that make sense? If it's Mod Podge, and you Mod Podge it and you lift it, then you end up, because it's Mod Podge, it's kind of, you can pick it up. If I were to use glue, I might tear my pieces picking it up. That would be my concern. Okay. Ta-da! Now it just has to dry. And then I'll put a second layer on it. Actually, I think we'll cut the pocket part and then we'll put a second layer on it. But since I have the Mod Podge brush all wet, we're going to go ahead and redo the covers. The covers all need a second layer, and I didn't get to that this week. Too much other stuff going on. Press and seal. Yeah. So when Andrea comes in, or if Andrea comes in, we all need to say thank you, Andrea, for figuring that out for us. You can tack those individual pieces tip up. Yeah, I could have, but the minute you put our glitter glue on something, Barbara, it's stuck. And then you would have a problem, I think. Okay, so I was going to do, okay. All right. I do want to say that last week I noticed that some of these pieces that I had done, just a minute, let me get the other pen out. I had done the white with this pen. Okay. And the Mod Podge made it look very weak. It did not look nice and solid white. So I went over this with my Uniball. I don't know if the Mod Podge just lifted some of the paint from the gel pen, or just whether or not it wasn't as bold in the first place because it's a finer point. One way or another, I redid a bunch of the white on these two things because they just didn't look really nice and, bold white. So, and now I'm just going to Mod Podge over these a second time, just a sealer kind of thing. It's been sealed once, but I just want to make sure that it's good and sealed. Covers always get abused, shall we say, and you always need to make sure that you get plenty of Mod Podge on the covers. Hi there, Miss Lisa. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, Lisa, later when you have time, you need to go back and watch the first 15 minutes of this today. Yeah. We just did this thing that Andrea taught me how to do on an email with press and seal, and you really need to see it. It was really cool. It worked really, really well. Because Barbara said she sent her the same email, and it didn't sink in what she had told her. So we definitely want to make sure we say thank you too. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. I got both covers and this pink cover that I want to do that too, and then we'll go on from there. Where's my other cover? There we go. I have got to mix up some more Mod Podge. I'm out almost, which is kind of weird. I never run out of Mod Podge. Well, I'm about out of collage mix. I'm not out of Mod Podge. Anyway, so because I decided that I want to decorate inside this journal, I I got to make some little pieces and some smaller, because I made a bunch of big ones. So I'm going to need to make some small ones. So I get to do some painty paper when I get a chance. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Drop those. They are cleaning out a closet. Yay! It's always nice when they clean up for you. Mine just distracted me when I was trying to get ready to come on here. He's like, "What time do you have to be on?" I'm like, 25 minutes. Do you suppose you could order something from Amazon for me? And he was like, "Okay, yes, I could order something from Amazon for you." He needed a tool that apparently they don't have here in town, or the one they have here in town just wasn't the right kind. So, all right, so we're just going to paint this one too, and then we'll be done with the Mod Podge thing. Yes, now we'll have to place to put her caustic painting supplies. Yay! So then maybe you're going to be playing with that, huh? Okay. I really like how the paint is tied in these things too. So that's something else I think I'm going to start playing with a little bit more before I doodle, is to just do painty papers with the using colored paints and painting on things, because I really like it. It was fun to do too. It was fun to just play with the paint, and I can see my using it more. Okay. It's not like I haven't done painty paper before, but it's just been a while since I painted, flowers and circles and whatnot, but I really had fun with that. Oh, okay. Yeah, painting with wax resin mix. Yeah. Um, and it's a really kind of a odd word, encaustic. So, but it's also an old kind of technique too. It's been around a while. They have wonderful new supplies for it. Okay. So I also this week did a bunch of this. I haven't done any of it not since college. So, I mean, I did a little bit probably in a college class somewhere along the line, Julie, but I've done none of it since. Hi, Lisa. So that's something. Hi, Sherry. So that's something, I haven't done it, so you wouldn't have seen it here. And I don't think Lisa has done it on camera yet. I just did a bunch of fussy cutting in the last week because I didn't have a lot of images the last time I wanted to do some glue booking. So when we finish our little journal page, which I have not got a clue what I'm going to use today, we will have to see what we have time for, but hopefully we can do a little tiny glue book page. I have never done it, been gathering supplies. Aha. Okay, so I need to pull some trashy things, and I honestly, my desk is such a mess, but there's not a lot of leftovers on the desk. I'm looking. Well, I have that. As if I need another different set of things to collect. Okay, me too, Julie. And it's like, okay, well, let's bring you in a little tighter than this. I hope I said hello to everyone who's here. I'm really glad you're all here. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? Since I've been playing with the Posca pins, I don't have much on my table. So we will have to, I guess, pull from the treasure box. But I think I'll look and see if there's anything in my scrap drawer too. See if there's anything in there that makes me, like that looks like fun. That looks like fun. Oh, I found some fun stuff. There we go. That's, yeah. Yeah, maybe that will do. Okay. Okay. Blue embossed paper would make a great mark making tool for the gel plate. Yes. It probably would. And I don't know, but I don't know that it's going to get used today. We'll see. I don't like this piece of pink in here with everything else, and I don't really like the blue with everything else. So we may have to find something else or make our own fancy flower. Oh, you know what I have that I haven't used lately? Just a minute. Let me see. That's kind of fun, and I could, this is pink, but I could turn it upside down and use it. This has got some fun stuffs on it. But if I do that, that's more vintagey than my little doodads. Let's see here. Oh, look at that stamp. Like that. I don't know that what I'm going to use just yet, guys. I just am pulling stuff out. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. At least that's the best way for me to do it. I should say that because not everybody works like me. That's pretty, but again, it's pink, and the other stuff is not pink. Oh, there's a half of a green dragonfly. Today looks nice and neutral. Yeah, it kind of did. When I got into the stuff that was in my scrap drawer, it got very neutral. So that sometimes happens. And this is really white, but if I decide to use it, I can always ink it. So, you know, that's, and yellow isn't normally my thing, but I kind of like this piece of yellow today. I don't like that though. And I love these bugs, but I'm not sure that's what I really want to use. So I'm going to set that aside too. These are just coffee filters. Just used coffee filters. Okay, let's see. Where did my green... We got these out the other day, and I'm going to use them again. Yeah, Iowa. Hi, Miss Gigi. We have Texas Lisa, Alaska Lisa, and Iowa Lisa now. So, hello, everybody. And Miss Gigi's here. And if I didn't say hi to everybody, hello. I'm really glad y'all are here. Okay, so we're just gonna... Don't ask me why I've suddenly decided to use my fancy scissors. Just don't. I have no idea. Probably because I got them out for something last week and didn't put them away. A convention of Lisa's. There you go. I don't know. That page seemed to just decide to be that's the one we're going to use, but maybe we can find a different one. I don't know. I think this one will be fine. Okay, be right back. See you there. A school of Lisas. There you go. Hmm. You need to stop being distracted. Oh, I didn't do it, Julie. Okay. I don't want this to hang completely off the edge. It is very um, delicate kind of parts of it. So I think I want it to kind of be on the paper of the edge of the page a little bit. So that needs to be a different color though. Let's see, what color do we want to make it? How come I don't have, where did they go? All the way around. I already went around once. Oh, you went right by them. It's thinking it's a baked pizza crust. Oh, well, I don't know, Mindy. I don't think it's a baked pizza crust, but we'll, okay, I don't know who you belong to. I don't know where that belongs. Um, kind of looks like it, I agree. Not sure I like that color, but now that I've started, I have to finish. I can go over it with something else, but at the moment, that's the color that I've got. embossed gesso is part of the decoration. Ooh, how fun. Okay, I'm not real happy with that color, so we're going to go over it a little. You know, sometimes that just happens. And put the powder on before the gesso dries. That sounds cool. Okay. That's why I didn't want to do this on just right on the edge, because that little tiny piece right there keeps flopping around. But can you see what's happening to the color? It's kind of a mixed color, which is I'm okay with. Kind of looks more like my coffee filter now. Yeah, that'll be all right. Okay, so if that goes there and that goes there. Mm-hmm. We're going to try this out and see. Might not like it. I think the circle was in there too far. It was too much in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's it, and then it needs some words. Nope, don't like it. Something's still not quite right. More pieces don't always make it right, but I think it needs something. So we're going to try it with this. Oh, yeah, the yellow needs to be um, inked with probably coffee. The composition wasn't right, Lisa. Is what's happening to me. There was there was a too much of a block. The dragonfly needs to be inked too, if you ask me. But I think then with words, it's all right. I think once it's inked and has some words, but we need some words. Okay. But it needs to be a little tiny thing of words. Or it needs to be a single word. Maybe a single word. I like this word wonder. It, of course, needs to be inked drastically, but something that goes with the dream. Yeah, that's on the stamp. That's what I was looking for. I think this wonder will work if I don't spill my thing all over the table. Now then, where's my coffee? I agree. Wasn't at all sure about the filigree. Oh, yeah. But even this needs inked on the edges so that it... You guys are quiet. I must have been being quiet, huh? There we go. Oh, yeah, that's better. Don't need to be sorry. You are quiet. All right. Uh-oh, got it all over. That's standard procedure. There we go. Poor Lisa. She's got one of those, Texas Lisa, she's got one of those dilemma things happening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. This needs it some more. The other thing is, it's always hard for me to work with yellow because yellow is not one of those colors I like. So I have to really think about it when I use yellow. And I know that doesn't look real yellow to y'all, but it is very yellow to me. Yourself to keeping only 5 or 6 things, Lisa. Ink always makes it better. That's right. If you ink it, it will all be cohesive and it will look like it belongs and everything will work out if you ink it. Mm-hmm. Just ink it. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now then, we got to cut this piece. Okay, so my husband has decided to work right outside my window. We'll see how much noise he makes. Worst thing is he's climbing on a ladder, so I have to watch him, because he's climbing on a ladder. So far, she has pulled out a few of her drawings for me to keep, and a bag of trash, and a box of stuff for the thrift store, as well as a few things she wants to keep. Aha! So, as long as she keeps it not in your house, right? That's the problem I have, is that my kid wants to keep this stuff in my house. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's working on the light. We have solar motion sensor lights, so that they don't have to stay on all the time. And but when I come in the evening or something, that I pull up in the driveway and it comes on, it hasn't been coming on. So, that's how it's been lately. Okay, so now we need glue. Where's the glue? Okay. Yes, Miss JJ, the inking makes it better. And the more you ink, the better it gets. Okay, so then this one goes about right there. And this one goes about right there. So where does this one go? Okay. Right. I need to make a little mark so that I know about where this goes. Hi, Dana. Is she enjoying the air? She moved too. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They seem to think that we get to keep their stuff. You know. Of course, today Brandon had to go buy tools that he thought his dad had, and Jeff doesn't have those tools. And Brandon has them, but they're in Nebraska, so you know. Just the way things work, I guess. So far, she is happy there. Yay! That's always good. Oh, just for Alaska Lisa's knowing, this art glitter glue stuff, Barbara mentioned putting art glitter glue on that stuff I was doing earlier, and it sticks almost immediately. So that's one of those things that you want to be aware of if you're using this, because it it doesn't allow you to move it. It doesn't take a lot of this art glitter glue, and there's no glitter in it. It's just called art glitter glue, and it's just it sticks now. There's no piddling with it. It's don't use it if you're wanting to try to move something. Yeah, no wiggle room at all. Nope, nope. It's my favorite glue. Texas Lisa taught me about it. Um, it's really awesome glue, but it sticks, and when it sticks, it's on there. Okay, so now we got to get just the right amount of glue on here to glue. No, we got to glue this just right. Okay. We may have to fix that one. There we go. We'll just glue it to itself over there. Yeah, like that. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. I got some glue on a place I shouldn't have got glue. It's all right, but. And the yellow's showing just a little bit, so we're just gonna color it in. This is a water soluble aquarella pencil. Stabilo All is what they're called. This one happens to be a brown one. Yeah, it's a good thing and it's not a good thing. Depends on how you work. I missed getting this down right on the edge of that underneath piece of yellow, so I'm just putting some brown down on it so that it kind of blends a little more. You guys probably can't see it, but I can, so that's. And of course, the paper underneath the packing paper is newsprint is not the best. Oh, I know why that's not working so well. Help if the water brush had any water in it. Yeah, there you go. Yes, the color of this brown pencil is really nice. This one is number. Okay, wait a minute. I got to get it just. I'll let you guys try to read it. I can't read today, guys. I really can't. Let's see if it'll focus. I think it's 2045 is what I think this color is. Come here. Yeah. Or is it 3? It's 3045. 2, 3. Just a minute. Oh my gosh, it is 8045. Okay, so this is 8045. These are also nice, and I got these before I found the Stabilo Alls. No, Lisa, 8045. I tipped it sideways and it's 8045. When I held it just right for me in the light, I could see. So these are Derwent Inktense pencils. Okay, just a minute. Willow and Saddle Brown. The reason that I have these, the Stabilo Alls were something I couldn't find for a long time. I actually found those. I think I got those. Some of them I got in Texas when I saw Jamie and we went downtown to the art supply store. But I also got some in an art supply store in Georgia, I think. A lot of times when we go to different towns, Jeffrey takes me to those kind of places. Anyways, Joann's has these Derwent Inktense pencils. What do you call this? Open stock. So in other words, you could buy just one pencil. And I bought these brown ones before I got the Stabilo All one. And they are permanent once they've been watered down, kind of thing. So that always works. Looking through my container full of things I made, like tags, journal cards, pockets, labels, folio booklets. Why on earth do I not add them to journals I made? Julie, you're no different than Lisa and I. So just so you know. Okay, that needs a little black around this word. Even if it's wet, it just needs a little black. Okay. Ta-da! It's done. Yep. I'm going to call it done. Today is August. No, it's September 1st. Yes, our Joann's carries Inktense open stock. At least they used to. Thank you, Lisa. Back in the container, yeah. It's so that we can love on them. September 1, 2024. I like it. I think it came out okay. Took a while. I like the little cutout edging. I think it's going to need a little bit of gluing down, but that's right there. I might just glue that piece down a little bit. Just because I have a feeling that these might get bent, but that's okay. So they get bent. That's just the way it works. Okay. Now I have such a mess that there's no way I can work it all on this table. Okay. I'm just going to move this stuff and see if I can. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you liked it. Okay, this stuff can all, oh, no, not that, not that. These can all go back in my drawer of scrap, which seems to have grown somehow. Oh, now it's on the floor. It flew out and got on the floor. Okay, this is not quite dry yet, but my plan is with this for the pocket, I am going to cut along this edge like that, and then it will be a pocket on a page, just like that, for that new book. So, okay, now then, since Alaska Lisa asked last time about glue books, I thought I would play a little bit in these two little bitty glue books, which I treat a little differently than I guess some people treat glue books. I just do whatever I want on the page, and if it makes sense, fine. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Now, in this little book, the entire page is covered with images, and then I put words on it. Okay. So it starts out usually with a reasonably good size image, and then I add to it. Or multiple larger images and then add to it. TJ went out to the old studio where 80% of my stuff still is to help me look for something. And as soon as he stepped in, he said, "Oh, it smells like paper in here." Well, isn't that a wonderful compliment? Because, you know, we like paper. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's burning something outside. I happen to think that my whole studio smells like paper, but Jeffrey put mothballs out in my laundry room because we have these little tiny lizards and they say they don't like mothballs. So he put mothballs out in my laundry room. And so every time I open the laundry room door, it reeks of mothballs. Okay, so this one, I put paint on and I just squash it around. Sometimes I squish it like that. Sometimes I move it around with my finger. And then I put images on it. This one is actually, because I do 2 pages at a time, it's going faster. So, but the problem is, this is the one I put it somehow upside down. Yeah. One of my favorite smells is old paper. That's like old books. You love those lizards? Well, you can have them, Julie. We have itty bitty baby ones right now, and they're everywhere. I will box a whole box up and send them to you. How's that sound? Anyways, this one I have to start by doing the paint. Shoot, we will paint a couple of pages and then I'll set it aside so that we can work on the other one. This one is getting close to being done. Okay, but we need some wax paper so that we can paint this. Okay. Yeah, I like these. Oh, the lizards are cute, Gigi, or Miss Gigi, or the books. I like the books. Now, my problem with these books is these are old ones. The new ones are not sewn. The new small ones are glued, not sewn, and I don't like them. They come apart. I need another piece of wax paper. And I need to pick some colors of paint. Oh, I like this. What? A room in this bedroom closet where I have clothes and wool for spinning. Got rid of 2 trash bags of clothes and 2 boxes of purses and bags. Yeah. I go through my clothes are easy to get rid of. Honestly, I have no trouble with clothes. But I don't have that many either. Okay. I wonder if I can get anything out of this. Okay. Since today is neutral day, we're going to kind of go with kind of neutrals. We're going to use some mustard and some copper and maybe a little black. We'll see. This is actually yellow oxide is what it says it is. And this is a very small piece of paper, so we have to remember that. And I don't know. These were not really great when I used them before. So I don't know if they're gonna even be usable. Probably not. So, nope. Okay, we'll mix these two colors together and maybe do some black with my with a Posca pen. Okay. I think it needs more copper over here. Did I do with Hi, Brittany. That's better. All right. So now we just have to let that dry. We have to clean up our hands. I do not know who's burning what, but somebody's burning something really awful. Guys, I'll be back in a minute, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go make sure that my husband could see what was going on. We have a neighbor who likes to build great big huge bonfires. Okay, let's see. Be texting a couple questions about your socks today or tomorrow. Okay. Oh, Lisa, I can't imagine trying to do all that. That just sounds hard. Clothes is, like I said, clothes is one thing. Of course, I have to have, even though we live in Florida and I rarely ever need any winter clothes in Florida, I do go elsewhere. And like we're supposed to be in northern Michigan in October. So I'm going to need winter clothes. So I have to keep winter clothes even though I don't live where I need winter clothes. But okay, so I'm going to take these out, lay them aside, and put this down here on the thing so that it can dry. And then we'll work on this one. And like I said, I got I cut out a bunch of stuff this last week. So we have a bunch of stuff to play with, but I probably need a couple of larger images, and I don't know if I have any over here. I may have to go pull up. Let's see what this one does. Oh, he's too heavy. She's yelling. Uh-oh. Sorry, Julie. I didn't mean to yell. Yeah, I was yelling at my husband to find out what the neighbor was doing. Sorry. I apologize for yelling. He was out and they're working on Brandon's truck, so he can't hear. But the last time that I got fussy with the next door neighbor, she had a bonfire going so hard that it was just almost just above the top of the big barn out there, and our motorhome sits right there. And there was smoke and sparks and all kinds of things. And I said, okay, I said, it burns up. Do you have any idea how much that insurance company is going to be fussing at you for? So anyways, we kind of have to keep an eye. Okay, those maybe these are big enough that I can work with them as the backgroundies. Let's see. Yeah, it was just totally ridiculous. I mean, she wasn't thinking at all about anything. Okay, there's a couple of big ones in here. Okay. Just hear it. It was no problem. Okay. Yeah, well, Brandon is my son is working. He bought this pickup truck that's as old as he is. And but it's kind of a collector's classic kind of thing. Doesn't look like much, but that's what it is. Anyways, he's working on it today, and they were out there and they couldn't hear me. And okay, so I really kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Kind of need some kind of something else sky-wise or something. Maybe some flowers behind it. Okay, if I do this. Oops. Oh man, Lisa. Ugh. That sounds absolutely gross. Okay, I think there's a leaf in here that I might be able to use. Okay. First off, we need our glue, but our then we need our scissors because these ruffly edges are okay, but they're not going in this glue book. And yeah, I can trim it off. Now I need a glue stick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she knows that the neighbor knows that our rig sits right. I mean, it's not on the property line. It's not right next to the fence. It's 8 or 9 feet off the fence, but she had stuff burning so high that it was sparking and coming into the middle of the yard. So just makes me wonder about people sometimes. Okay. See, if you boo-boo with a glue stick, you can peel it off and pick it back up again. And I have to get my head in the way. Sorry. There we go. We have a burn barrel. Don't get me wrong about that, because uh we get a lot of sticks and stuff like that in the yard, and it they don't want to come every week to pick that stuff up. So uh we burn it. I also burn it sometimes when I have a little like fire pit thing, and I burn sticks and whatnot like that to use to do dyes, to get. Okay, Lisa, could not see my head. Okay, good. um when I'm doing excuse me, my brain is not really working this afternoon, is it? When I'm doing eco dyeing, eco dyeing, um the the my burn place has a spot for me to set my big huge metal pan on so that I can boil my dye stuff. And so I do that. But we only burn, sticks, and sometimes I burn some cardboard to get the fire started. Once in a while, Jeff will have a scrap piece of 2x4 or something like that I can stick in there just to keep it hot, but that's no garbage. Yeah. Okay, come here. I'm using these scissors backwards and it's not very helpful. There we go. Let's just do this from the right side. There we go. Yeah, I'm not burning diapers or any of that kind of mess. That's ewy. Yep. We have a gully that is used for ground. Oops, I forgot to fix that back. Yeah, we don't have that, Lisa, because, you know, we don't have any of those places, but, okay, so we're going to put this on here like that. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, and we use our leaves and a lot of that kind of thing on the garden and on our, you know, as mulch. So we don't have a lot of stuff that has to go out, but we do have some. Okay, now then. I was thinking maybe one of these blue butterflies I have in here might be cool on there. That's a green butterfly. And I might put him on there to go with the blue butterfly, because did I get one of the blue butterflies out? There we go. And the blue butterfly could go on there. Don't like the green one. He doesn't show up good. And I don't want to use that butterfly there. He's going to get ruined. Don't really like the blue butterfly either. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Maybe we should put this dolphin on there. There's fish in here. There are fish in here. Where are my fish? There's my fish. We could make these fish swim on these stairs or on this rock. This fish could swim right there. Oh, yeah, he could swim right there. There's another fish. Is there another fish? There's another fish. Don't ask me why the fish are swimming in this page. I have no idea. They just are. It's 10:11 p.m. and bedtime. Good night, Miss Gigi. Council curbside cleanups. All we have to do is call the council and they will come. They pick up our yard trash regularly, but with the mess we've had in our with our road, they haven't been picking up anything. So, you know, that's part of it. I don't like this fish, but I like these two fish swimming down there. So those fish are going to swim down there. And this plant, I think, is going to grow over here. Is it? I don't think so. Nope. Oh, I have 3 kittens in here. Maybe they could be looking at the fish. And the fish swim when you want them to. Yes, there you go. Right. That's they just swim wherever I want them to. But there's 3 kittens in here. Oh, they're in this basket. Huh. I still kind of like them there. Or maybe we should use chickens. I don't know. Maybe we should use chickens. I have chicken. Ooh, I kind of like the chicken. It could be a view and inside the fish tank. Yep. I don't know. They just decided they're going to swim there, I guess. That's just the way they're going to be. I kind of like the chicken. I had some other chickens. I'm kind of trying to find them. They were fancy chickens, though. Real fancy chickens. Oh, this is the rooster, yeah. Yeah, no, I like the chicken. Even though she doesn't show up real well. Where are my other chickens? I got a giant turkey. That kind of fits better. This line right here is bothering me. I'm just putting stuff on there to. Okay, so if I have that, then I have a fancy chicken somewhere. I know I have some fancy chickens. Of course, I do have this butterfly. Could be a butterfly. Kind of like the butterfly, even if I've got fish on the page. So I think that's going to be my page right there. These pages could be inspiration for quite the story. That's true, Lisa. That's, you could take these little pages and just write a long story about it. This would be a good jumping off point for journal type writing too. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So That's the decision I have made, is I'm going to put the fish down there on the bottom, even though, they're outdoors or whatever, because I liked them there. You do want to try to squeegee down your things with glue stick. They stick on better. And just a minute, and I will show you my favorite glue stick, Alaska Lisa, because I don't know that you've watched enough to know this is not my favorite glue stick, but it works for this. That way the line just doesn't look quite so, the line between the two pages doesn't look quite so noticeable. Okay. Okay. Okay, so just for information purposes, where is it at? No, not that one. This one. Okay. This is my favorite glue stick. It's Elmer's Extreme glue stick. They are almost impossible to find anymore. I got lucky and found a batch of them. This Craft Bond works pretty well, but my favorite is going to always be these. They just, it just seems to work real well. But this one is okay, and I've got it. It's open, and so therefore it's getting used. Now we need some words on this page. Just a little bit of words. Okay, where are the little bits of words? Are they on this one? No, they're not in this one. I have one in here that says get out more. I kind of like that. But I also have one over here that says shine bright, and I like that better. Okay. All right, and I think I'll put it right up there. I love the size of these. I like the size of my other little book, the one I do my Sunday art journal page in. I have found I like to work small. Don't ask. I don't know why, because they take just as much time, really, as anything else. But these little pages make me exceptionally happy for some reason to make. And maybe we'll do another one in there, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it came out okay. I love the fish in there. They just, so that's okay. All right, now then we have this one down here. Let's see if it's dry enough to work on. Yes, it's dry enough to work on. Then the next thing is to make sure we put it in there right side up, because some days Tanya messes up and we don't put things right side up. Okay. That's very fall. And honestly, this doesn't show up very well on this paint, so so they look deliberate. I see. No, I don't think so, but that's, we'll think about it. All right. Oh, that's kind of fun. I kind of like that. But do I want to put it over here? I had another chicken and I've lost it. You have to understand that I have this mess all spread out on my table. And I think that there again, that doesn't show up very well. Okay, here's one of the fancy chickens. Oh, this is just a, yeah, okay. Okay, I think this is done except for words. Now I just have to find some words to go right in there. Sometimes they just go together really nicely very quickly. Um, but I need words. What kind of words do I want? I had some words in here. I just put things in this one because I had I had this on at my desk. These are too big or too little. Okay, well, maybe not. This one that says imagine. Right. Clear down in there. Come on out. Come out wherever you are. There we go. It needs to have another word to go with it, I think. Julie's back. Yay! Brandon's moving multiple vehicles. I wonder if he's going to take his car out. Oh, no, he's got to put the truck back in the spot it belongs. That's what he's doing. Oh, I like this better. It says nobody is perfect. Let me see. You are your best thing. You are enough, but nobody's perfect. Imagine. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Gotta have some words. Gotta have some words. Yay, Barbara's done with her little book page. I have one that says dashing through the snow. We could say, imagine dashing through the snow with chickens. Right. Every bird, every tree, every flower reminds me what a blessing and privilege it is to just be. Okay. Okay, what does this say? You deserve an incredible opportunity. Okay. Sometimes you just have to take it all out and dig through it. This is not my favorite thing to do, but so. Wisdom is to be expected. I kind of like that. Do we have anything? Oh, it's a pair to Tanya from yarn she gave me. Oh, she's going to start my socks soon. Anticipation and anxiety. I like this wisdom is to be expected. Okay. Oh, I like this better. Given the opportunity, wisdom is to be expected. There we go. That's what we're going to say. Yep. Yes. Okay. Now we need our glue book back. Don't need to think when we do socks. Sort of follow the pattern and count occasionally, but not for long. Yeah. Well, see, and I've had yarn for years and years and years that never gets knit because I just don't have time for that. I really just don't. Okay, so we're going to put these down here. And we're going to put this on. Ooh. And my whatchamacallit's open because I didn't put the pin back. Not a good idea. Yeah, she knew I'd never get them knit. Oh, I have to tell you, Lisa, Mom called me today. Okay, I was over there. I think it's 4 days now. 4 days ago. Went in, spent an hour and a half, discussed the fact that she had an eye appointment this month and that I was here. I would take her to her eye appointment, that it's after our little trip and before our big trip, not a big deal. The next time we might have an issue, but this one is all set. Have this long discussion about it. Calls me today. When I have an eye appointment and you're going to be gone on your trip. That's like, no, not going to be gone on our trip. Learn to knit to make a pair of socks. That's right, Lisa. I agree. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this one's all right. Sometimes when I fussy cut, I don't cut everything completely out. I'll show you in just a minute. Yeah, her forgetting is just really getting kind of bad. You know, and that's the thing. And no, you didn't. We didn't talk about it. Okay, you see around his legs. Okay, there are things I can do to. I could paint around them, or I could put some black around it. But I can also cut around it. But I do not cut that out when I'm fussy cutting, because if I cut that out when I was fussy cutting, his little feet would get tore off. I know they would. So I don't cut that out when I'm fussy cutting. I come back, and if I can find my scissors, um, the one time I tried to uh, crochet socks, I didn't like them because they were too bumpy. So, you know, and that was not good. Sorry, I'm paying attention to this poor rooster's feet. I don't want to cut his feet off accidentally. Now, it may not be perfect and, you know, everything, because these are such tiny little pieces, but at least he's got, you know, feet and legs. Texas is afraid that crocheting socks will be too thick and bumpy. Yeah, it's about the bumpy. It's not about thick, because I have some pretty thick socks. Um, I often wear in my hiking boots. I like thick socks. Um, I used to wear 2 pair of socks in my hiking boots, but I don't do that anymore because I don't hike the same way. I'm not out, you know, as far and doing as much that kind of stuff. Okay. Come here. There we go. I missed cutting out this piece on his tail. I knew there was a bunch of pieces I needed to cut out of these, but okay. Um, and I know there's a way to make crochet more smooth than some things, but I don't know that I would like to have it on my feet. Okay, I am going to, where's my glue stick? There we go. These are little words cut out from a book. I need to do some more of that. I need to sit with the book and find passages or words that, you can put together, and kind of like that one was. Okay, so now we're going to put our little green piece on. Because, it needed something up there. Ta-da! Tunisian with real thin yarn might be pretty smooth. That would make sense. Okay, now then it needs to have some inking around there. Let's see. Even the sock yarn sometimes feels too thick. I'm so spoiled by Costco Merino wool socks. 4 to package for $15 or so. Very comfy socks. Barbara, do you put them in the dryer? Because I'm kind of if a sock can't go in the dryer, it does not belong in my house. Because that might be smoother, and you can actually make it look just like knitted stitches. Yeah. Okay. I really kind of like that one. Yes, Becky has been doing some Tunisian, hasn't she? And Barbara, did you tell me whether the Costco socks can go in the dryer? Never put any socks in the dryer. Wash them in one of those little mesh bags and regular load and hang them all up to dry. Well, that's why they wouldn't live at my house. That's just, that is one of those things, Barbara. I everything has. That's why I bought Smartwool for years. However, while I was out this last year when we were in Maine, the sporting goods store, the manager just was adamant I try these not other socks. Darn Good or something like that. They're made in Vermont, I think. Anyways, I do like them. But one year for Christmas, I bought Jeffrey enough Smartwool socks that he could wear wool socks for a whole week without, So, but they are not inexpensive. They are very pricey. But there's no way I could wear wool here in the summertime. I have to wear cotton socks in the summertime. And a lot of people, like Jeff doesn't wear socks a lot of times in the summertime, but I have to wear socks. So. We don't have a dryer. We didn't have a dryer for a lot of years. Of course, I didn't have a dryer for a week or two last month. It took them almost 2 weeks to get my dryer fixed. All the taking it apart, putting it back together, and all the things they had to do. But they saved me having to buy a new dryer, which was a considerable amount of monies. I think by the time we got all done with parts and whatnot, it was like was under $200, and a new dryer would have been at least 6 or 7. So that made me happy. Okay, what I'm trying to do is sort this so I have a place. Oh, Becky's Tunisian crochet link. Thanks, Barbara. I'm sorting this out so I can get it back into some of the little books, because if I don't put it in the little book right now, then it's all over my table. So, but you have to kind of pile it up so that it'll fit in the pages. Okay. Anyways, Alaska Lisa, that kind of gives you a little bit of how I do glue books. Now, I have seen somebody I know was doing, every page was a certain color, and all the images that they were putting on that page was a specific color. Okay. Or you could do, now one of the pages that's in this book is all letters. Where's it at? I know it's in this book because there it is. Okay, even this big U thing, it's all letters. So it's just a bunch of letters. And then it says a state of mind. So it could be all one letter, or all one color, or just whatever you happen to want to put down on a page. Doesn't have to make any sense at all. It's just a matter of gluing things to a page. So and I think we discussed about what a junk journal was. Now, this is an art journal in many respects because they're kind of art journaly pages. But this is going to be kind of an art journal too when I do it. Well, not really, because I'm going to leave writing space. But when you make art on all the pages, then it's kind of an art journal. So it gets kind of confusing, but that kind of covers it. Kind of, not completely, just kind of. I need to get out some slightly larger images. Oh, I love this guy. Wonder how big he's going to be on a page. He's going to fit. I just think he's really cool. I think he would be better on one of these pages that I, paint. But I like to have a lot of little images out so that I can just kind of paw through them, decide what things might go on a page, what I like together. Like I said, it never really makes sense. That would be a fun challenge, a color challenge. Started an old Colombian artifact book doing different colorways. I've managed to do blue, yellow, green, orange so far. Okay, Lisa. An old Colombian artifact book. I don't know what you would call Just a minute. I'll get the pages out so you can see. Let me pick these. Let me make another little pile here so that I can kind of pick up some of this, because right now it's such a mess that I can't really get anything else out. And I've got a mess. My spinner rack won't go around. And since I was having to work on the computer for a couple of days, and I couldn't really go off and do anything else because of my bead show, it worked really well to sit and fussy cut stuff. Now I need to get my other fussy cut, my other holder for all my fussy cut pieces sorted out so that I can access them more easily, because this doesn't work always real well. Although this way I could take some of it with me. If I have some in this kind of a book, it can go with me. But these little photo albums get really fat really fast. I'll show you. See, I mean, I have barely anything in here, and it is just stuffed full. It won't close, and I've cut stuff out of there. This one absolutely won't close. So, okay, I'm going to just put these words in with this words for right now. There. Now I can get out the other thing I was going to show you. I have a project that was started a while back. That I haven't finished and haven't bound. I think it's in here. I guess maybe it's not. Oh, yes, it is. And I guess I would call this a glue book 2. I just haven't finished all my letters. But this is a glue book that had very specific things about it. Okay, it has one letter. It has 5 images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images, and a word. And it's on a dictionary page that starts with that same letter. So it had some real specific things that I was, I'm going to change the focus so that I can hold it up here. Okay, so, and then each one of these has 5 images of something that starts with the letter that's on there, plus the dictionary page and the word. My problem came towards the end where I don't have enough images of the right letters. And these are, they've been sitting in a box, so that's why they're making noise. This is my front cover, I think, or the back cover. I'm not sure which. So this is really kind of a glue book too, right? Isn't it? Wouldn't you call that a glue book? Uh-oh. Barbara's got to go do something. So, and I'm going to stop here pretty soon. I'm just piddling around right this minute. Anyways, this is a book that I need to finish. I need to finish this project with a couple of things, and then I need to bind this book. So I've got like 3 books over here that I need to bind, and it won't take long to do it. Just need to get it done. So and I'm not sure. Oh, not sure why I have these. I think I was thinking I was going to use them for something. Don't remember what. So anyways, that's, you know, another glue book kind of idea. Oh, I know what these pages are for. Some of these images are questionable as to what they are. Like, just a minute. Let me turn this off again. Okay. Okay, bye-bye, Barbara. That's fine, Julie. Never worry about that. Like, okay, this is an apple, right? So, but it's on the F page. So, that's for fruit. Freedom Fork, Florida Flamingo Fossil. Okay, so I don't know why those, because that's not flamingo. Oh, there's two sides to the F page. Why do I have 2 sides to the F page? There are 2 sides to the G page. Oh, there's 2 sides to the G page. Okay, so see these listed here because, okay, I might not, this that's gloves, but you know, you might not recognize what it is and why we have this. This is ice, but it's a glacier. So, anyways, that's, oh, Fuji. Yeah, it's a Fuji, but it's also a fruit. So, that's, I guess I did 2 sides to all these letters. So, but I think X, Y, and Z are going to have to be one-sided. That's, I think, what happened, because some of them just don't have enough letters. But I was going to put these on these empty pages. So if you can't figure out what that is, why are these chairs on the U page? But it's the umbrella that's on there, and the U-bolt, and the United States, and Utah, and upswing. So anyways, that is another glue book idea thing, and I just need to get around and finish it. So when I get back from my long trip, for sure, we're going to start finishing up some stuff, because I already have 2 trip books that are not done, plus this book that's not done, plus this that's not done. So, oh, and I think I've decided on this composition book thing. Let me back out just a little bit. Okay. When are you leaving? Towards the end of September sometime, Lisa. We're not exact sure on the date. Has to do with voting. So, notice that we have the same thumbs today. Oh, yeah. Well, mine has got layers. This side is one thing, and then it's got a plain pink one. It's got 3 layers on it, Lisa, because it's busted clear down here and absolutely is not growing. Had to turn Kelsey's first year journal into 2 journals because it was getting so fat. Yep. Uh-huh. Yes, I will be streaming on Sunday, except this coming Sunday. We're going to be gone for just a few days. So this coming Sunday, I'll be off. And then after that, I will be. My other thumb has layers. There you go. After that, I will be. After I'll be back. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't. Um, Here's the thing. I know that what's going to happen with this is that this is too big. I've learned it's too big. So while I love the 2 spreads I've got done in here, I think what I'm going to do in this book is pick some pages and use this paper, these pages, to make some more of these kind of things. It does mean putting some more paint down. It means I'll probably take some of the pages out, is what I may do. I know, I mean, this is okay, but it doesn't trip my trigger. It doesn't really make me happy. It's too big. And I could also take these out and make a smaller book, and I would probably be really happy with it. So I might do that too. You're going to try to stream? Okay, well, that would be awesome, Lisa. But then I'll be home, and there'll be about, there should be like 3 weeks I'll stream before I'm gone. And I just ordered some new optional ways to hold my phone. And I am going to try to do some stuff in the camper. We will see how that goes, because it just is one of those things that I am not sure how well it'll go. I mean, I could cut this book in half this way. I could take the pages out and fold them in half and put them into a cover. But I kind of have decided that I like this paper. I really do think this paper would work just great for multiple things, but I just kind of don't like how big it is. I mean, I've done 3 spreads in here, and I have no desire to go back and work on it anymore. So rather than having it go to waste, I may like pull some of these pages out, and that's the metallic paint sticking together, just FYI. I mean, I did the dragonflies. I love that page, but I've about decided that 8x8 is about as big as I want to go. Yes, actually, I have a half-size comp book. What did I do with my half-size? Helen actually gave Lisa. Lisa and I each, did she give us 3 each, Lisa? Is that what she did? Um, they actually make 2 kinds of half-size comp books. What, if you guys will hold on just a minute. Um, I know I may have to go get a brand new one because can't remember what I was doing with mine. Hold on just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, this is what Iowa Lisa's talking about. Just a minute. I got to fix the right glasses here. This is the kind she's talking about. And I've got something started in one of these, but I don't know where it's at. So I can't remember what it was. But if you take a look, this is half the size of one of these regular composition books. So a lot of people have actually just taken a comp book and cut it in half. The thing of it is that they actually make these now that go like this. It's a composition book that opens up like that. And I love the size on this. Now, where is this one made? Brazil. Okay. It is really weird, but the paper in the ones from Brazil, Vietnam, and India seems to be totally different than the ones that are made in the USA. Now, the India ones and the Vietnam ones are the ones I like the best. This one's from Brazil. One of the things about them is that I have, there's the other one I did. I have coffee dyed this paper, and most of the time the blue lines disappear when you coffee dye it. Really nice paper. It has this great crinkle to it when it's coffee dyed, but the lines disappear. That's okay if that's what you want, but if you're wanting the lines on your coffee dyed paper for some unknown reason, the one from Vietnam, the dye does not disappear. So, that's something I'll tell you. But I love this size, and if you took this book and folded the papers this way, you'd have that same comp size. So, but I could also just cut it in half, and then I'd have 2 already painted books. I just know that this is not going to get used, and I have some beautiful pages in here that I could do and make like, and I could turn it into pages like this. I could actually do it right here in this comp book and then have them to cut out whenever I wanted a bunch of things to cut out. That would work too. That's an interesting way to look at it. I could just not cut them out until I was ready to use them. I could just paint them and doodle them and then cut them out after the fact. So, because that would make, I could paint some of these flowers on this, and that would make really cool ones. Not paint on both sides. That's one of the things you cannot do, is paint on both sides. Or I could just go through and paint just on the right-hand side, doodle on the right-hand side, and then could cut them out down the road. when I needed some more. So think about that. One of the things I do know is that with this project that I want to do with these covers I was doing, I'm going to need some more small pieces because while these are cool, I think they're a little too many great big ones. It's not going to work for my to decorate journal cards and stuff. If I painted the flowers ahead of time, see that, Lisa, that was the whole point of doing this. I did this before a trip. My intention was to sit and do this, to do this doodly part, and not, you know, it was already painted. All I had to do was take my pens, and then I would doodle on them. But one of the things I like about this is the fact that it has different colors. See how this flower is partly the background and then partly painted. So I need to put some paint and paint some flowers and some circles and some stuff like that on some of these pages. But yeah, that would be a that was the plan with this. I painted all of this before my trip. I was like, yep, paint, 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 paint. Got it all painted because, you know, you can only paint one spread at a time before it dries, and then you have to put it up. And this is a totally different color on my monitor than it is in this book. Totally different color. But I had so much fun with this. See, now this green one is just the background. That's just the background, but then this has a painted flower. This has painted stuff on it. Background. So some of them are just backgrounds, but some of them are then painted. I need lots more leaves, so I need to find some pages that look good for leaves. Of course, leaves could be any color. Blue leaves would probably be pretty good. That would be good leaves. But yes, I could just do a bunch of doodly things on here. Anyways, I think I'm going to not use this as an art journal the way I had originally intended. I think I'm going to use it as something else. Now, what was I going to do next? Oh, I was going to do one more thing before we go. I was going to cut this pocket out so you can see what I was talking about with this pocket. And this isn't totally dry. Is Texas Lisa still here? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think she said she was leaving, but she might have gone. I don't know. Okay, so where's my black? That's green. Like I said, I've got an absolute mess all over everywhere here. Well, can't ink it if I don't have my ink. Don't forget to watch the first 10 minutes because Andrea's tip, it was like phenomenal. It worked so well. It was just unreal. Okay. That's just the top edge. I need to Mod Podge this a second time, but oh, and that figures I got that dirty. Got dirty fingers. Don't know exactly how these pages. I don't know exactly what size paper I'm going to have to use, but this will be the pocket, and you'll tuck stuff right in there. I have can acrylic paint that's too thick. Is water okay to thin it with? Well, I imagine it would thin it, but I just don't know how well. You know what I'm saying, Julie? So see, because this, yeah, that's what I thought. This paper's too small. I have to get some bigger paper. Because this, I know I need to trim this, but that's going to be a pocket, and then you can just tuck stuff in. So, what should I use to thin it with? Just a minute. I'm thinking that matte medium would probably thin it better than water. Lisa, what do you think? Is Sharon still here? She might know too. You know, that's what matte medium is for. Let me see if I can. See, I've used my matte medium to fluid, and you want fluid, not the gel. Fluid medium. It's a acrylic polymer emulsion. It's used to make acrylic paint less opaque. Okay, it depends on how thick your matte medium is too. Okay. That's true, Lisa. It really depends on that. But especially this Liquitex is pretty thin. And acrylic paint and matte medium, all these things, this is plastic. And you know, when it dries, it's kind of like plastic. So that's why I'm not sure water would thin it, if that makes any sense. It might, but I don't know. So I would highly recommend you don't do the whole bottle. Put some out in a little plastic, you know, thing, butter tub, you know, something you could throw away. Put some out in a little thing like that, and then try it and see what happens. I would try a bit with water and a bit with matte medium and compare after drying. Yeah, after you paint it and see what happens. I think of matte medium as glue, and yes, that's what I usually use it for. But my understanding of what this liquid medium is, the fluid medium, is to make acrylic paint less opaque. It's more to try to make it more translucent. We'll never make it transparent, but it'll make it translucent. Water is okay, just will weaken the pigment some, so don't add too much. There you go. Sharon was here, and she answered. Since I'm not a painter person, it's like that was a tough one. Anyways, guys, it's after 4 and I'm tired and I've still got about 17 things to do. So I'm gonna go. Water, yeah, weakening the pigment. That's what this liquid, the matte medium, is going to do too. Is thin out the pigment, so it's going to make it more translucent. So, okay, guys, I love y'all. I'll see you 2 Sundays from now. Maybe I'll clean this up. Maybe I won't. Okay, hugs all. Bye.